Amid such tragedy, the state has an obligation to examine its actions as rigorously and as candidly as possible and to learn every lesson for the future, which is why I have always said that when the time is right, there should be a full and independent inquiry. So, Mr. Speaker, I can confirm today that the government will establish an independent public inquiry on a statutory basis with full powers under the Inquiries Act of 2005, including the ability to compel the production of all relevant materials and take oral evidence in public under oath. In establishing the inquiry, we will work closely with the devolved administrations as we have done throughout our pandemic response. And my right honourable friend, the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, has this morning spoken to the First Ministers of Scotland and Wales and the First and Deputy First Ministers of Northern Ireland to begin those conversations. The World Health Organization has said that the pandemic has now reached its global peak and will last throughout this year. Our own scientific advisors judge that although more positive data is coming in and the outlook is improving, there could still be another resurgence in hospitalizations and deaths. We also face the persistent threat of new variants, and should these prove highly transmissible and elude the protection of our vaccines, they would have the potential to cause even greater suffering than we endured in January. And there is, in any case, a high likelihood of a surge this winter when the weather assists the transmission of all respiratory diseases and when the pressure on our NHS is most acute. So I expect that the right moment for the inquiry to begin is at the end of this period in the spring of next year, spring 2022. And Mr. Speaker, I know that there will be some in this chamber and many bereaved families who will be anxious for this inquiry to begin sooner. So let me reassure the House that we are fully committed to learning the lessons at every stage of this crisis. And we've already subjected our response to independent scrutiny, including 17 reports by the Independent National Audit Office and 50 parliamentary inquiries already. And we will continue to do so. We will continue to learn lessons as we have done throughout the pandemic.